Hello and welcome to our holiday fireside chat. We are talking all things holidays, all things Be Live, and all things end of the year. Today, I am joined by the fabulous Grant and Daniel. We're going to be taking your questions while we are live on air today. So jump into our comments and let us know where you are joining us from today and what time of day it is. It's morning over here, but we're from all over the world, and we want to know where you're joining us from and what time you're joining us from. Today, we are joined by Daniel. He's the CEO and co founder of Be.Live and the visionary force and the leadership backbone of the Be.Live team. He's guiding us toward new heights with a focus on innovation and team spirit. And Daniel's going to be breaking down a lot of what we've done this year inside of Be.Live. So, Daniel, welcome. Tell us a little bit more about you.
Yeah, thank you so much for the great introduction, KM. So yeah, as you were mentioning, I'm the CEO and co-founder of BeLive. I think it's like my 7,000th live show or something like. Grant was actually like joining a lot of them. A year ago, we were doing like many Amazon live shows, and we were doing that with Grant and many other guys. And I think that came that you were joining us for one time,
Yep.
if I remember correctly, right? Right. Yeah. So let's start with like 2023. I think that 2023 was like one of like the most challenging period of time to any whom actually to business owners around the world, to many entrepreneurs in general, and yeah. So like actually since 2020, I think that we were like in a stormy mode when
Mhm.
things are actually like shifting in a really fast way, and we always need to adapt and to find like where the new opportunities are, and then basically to shift the product and to make the adjustments to make sure that our users will be able to reuse it, to use it, and to have fun during the live streams. Since our first moments that we launched BeLive, the most important things for us was the easy of use and to make sure that our users, once they're going live, they will be able to gather more engagement than using any comparing tool to BeLive. And I think that we were able to do that. And yeah, you can assume that in 2024 we will keep pushing the engagement, and we'll bring some innovations from the area of AI and Gen AI that yeah, everybody exploring and doing those experiments those days. So I hope that I answer your question, Cam. But if not, we still have like 54 minutes to speak about whatever you want. So we will do that.
Well, one of the things that I love best about Be Live is the innovation. I have been with Be Live since you were in beta. I've been here a really long time. And over the years, you've invented so many new ways for live streamers to engage with their audiences. And Grant, I know you've been here a really long time as well. You are one of the fabulous hosts here at Be Live. So introduce yourself just a little bit and let me know, what is your favorite thing about working with Be Live?
Hi guys, I'm Grant Saunders. I'm a hypnotist that kind of discovered live streaming just before the pandemic, and as everybody, it skyrocketed people going live online. And for me, Be Live has it's transformed my life and my business. My favorite feature, it's got to be those engagement things. I love I love the snake when it came out. That was it was just incredible because it gamified live streaming. It gave a reason for the audience to get involved, and I'm dead competitive, and so I had to be at the head of the snake. But I also love like the utility of the tip jar again because it breaks that fourth wall. It gets the audience involved, and people need that reason to kind of chat and to get involved. And yeah, it makes it immersive, a real conversation as a live stream as opposed to just one way. So yeah, definitely those are my favorite features at the moment.
And we want to hear from you in our audience as well. We know Nick's here. Hello, Nick.
Hey
Let
Nick.
us know what you love about Be Live over the last year. What features have you been heavily leaning into? How are you using it this holiday season? We want to know what you're leaning into right now. And speaking of the holidays, let's get into some festive fun. I want to talk just a little bit about our favorite holiday traditions and moments. So let's dive into a conversation, get into our chat box, and let us know what some of your traditions are, some of your favorite holiday moments. And Daniel, I want to start with you. For
Let's go.
you, what do you love about the holidays? What are you looking forward to this year?
So a disclaimer: I'm Daniel. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Be.Live, and I'm living in Israel. I'm a Jew, so we are celebrating Hanukkah actually. And in the last Hanukkah was over, I think, like 3 or 4 days ago. And during Hanukkah, we are lighting the candles to bring light to our life, and every day, we're lighting another candle and another till the eighth one for 8 days. That's like the spirit of Hanukkah. And yeah, so I think that for me, like I'm actually lighting the candles with my daughters, with my entire family. That's like the spirit, or like the most amazing parts of like the holiday. And of course, as they're waiting, for like the evening to arrive, and then to light the candles. So it's really warming spirit and sentiments that we have for Hanukkah. So that's the first one. Second thing that I will mention that like in the last like months and a half actually we were traveling in Europe. And of course that in Europe you are feeling and getting like the spirit of Christmas all over the place. So it was just like amazing, to see all the colors and the beautiful things that they're putting outside, and the trees, and the entire spirit, and all the markets, and everything that was open. So like we really like the spirit of Christmas once we are
Mm.
like not in Israel. In Israel we're celebrating the Hanukkah. But yeah, Christmas is an amazing one, and happy holidays to everyone that's joining our stream.
Grant, tell us a little bit about how you celebrate.
It's weird. I mean, for me, as a performer, Christmas is most of December is kind of corporate Christmas parties. And so I'm a bit of a Grinch up until that kind of final Christmas week. And then for me, it's like a switch off that. And I absolutely love, like Daniel said, then the spirit of the holidays. However you celebrate it, it's a time when everyone's kind of got that positive mindset. And that time between Christmas and New Year, I love that. It's like a no man's land. I don't know what day it is. I don't know whether I've got the right shoes or socks on. It's that piece that kind of everybody gets involved with. So I absolutely love that. And I love the fact of, you do get the stresses of family and distant cousins and aunties and uncles and all of that, but it's that time when everybody gets together, and it's an excuse to reconnect with people I've not connected with for a while. So I think that's my favorite thing. It's that excuse to reconnect with friends and family.
I think for me, I really love Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I'm
Mm.
somebody who loves all of the holiday events. Christmas is a big time for me. It's my holiday. And so anytime from like Thanksgiving on, I am in Christmas mode. Christmas Eve, we used to go to my dad's family's. Christmas morning, we would do it at our house. And then that afternoon, we go over to my mom's family. And so now, as adults, we are actually translating that into how we're working with my sister's family. Now that I have two little nieces, we're doing Christmas Eve with my mom, and then we're doing Christmas Day over with my sister, and the rest of my family's kind of more distant. So we do all the phone calls and the video chats and all the conversations. But I really like having our holiday spread out over a couple of days so we can just elongate the event. It's so much fun just to open presents and spend time with my little nieces. I have two new puppies this year, so it's going to be their first Christmas. And I'm really excited to unwrap presents with them. In fact, they got their first present from my cousin last night. So we started the festivities. I'm very excited for it. Lala's in
Awesome.
our comments, and she's saying her favorite holiday tradition is as simple as spending time with family. Nick is in the comments also saying, Stephen and I have been using the Teams feature for our weekly Amazon show. So we are leveraging Be Live inside of what we're doing, especially at the holiday time. Nick also says he lived in Germany for 14 years and loved the German Christmas market. I have been seeing so much of this on TikTok recently, and I am jealous. So I'm really glad for all of you that get to go and do all the fun things. We don't have that level of intensity over here in the United States, but I wish we did. I love it. Candy's in our comments saying she likes wearing her Santa hat and saying hi to everyone who smiles at me when I'm wearing it. I love that, Candy. That's so lovely. And I love that we have such a nice Christmas holiday, Hanukkah spirit that we are just engaging with people that we don't know. We're sharing all of those nice memories, all those great conversations, and we're just coming together as a whole to celebrate. And if you have any holiday traditions, we want to make sure that we are shouting those out as well. Go ahead and let us know in the comments what you do to celebrate this time of year. And so we are going to be answering your questions. If you have questions for us on Be Live, on the holidays, on all things comfy cozy, we would love to get those answered for you. I want to shift gears just a little bit and talk with Daniel about some of the things that we've been doing with Be Live this year. So, Daniel, can you kind of give us an overview of what this past year has looked like for Be Live, what you've really enjoyed leaning into, and what we're expecting for next year?
Right. So I will start like it's actually for the last question, not the current question. For all the audience, everybody familiar. I have like I'm ADHD, so I'm running between topics, and yeah, that's life. But I was thinking once you were speaking about why we have such a strong holiday spirit. I mean, why it's so important for us. And I was thinking that actually, the holidays are something that, let's say, we got as a present for something that was starting like thousands of years ago, right? And actually, those days, it's helping us to keep the connection with our families. Not like, our daughters, our childs, like the ones that we are with them like all the time. But it's a dedicated time that we can put everything aside, all the job, all the works, everything that we need to take care about, and to focus and concentrate only around our loved ones. And it's happening for days. It's not like for a moment. It's not for an hour. It's for a days. You have like the spirit, you have the atmosphere, that's what you should do right now. So it's actually helping us to be better people, I think. I mean,
Yes.
to justify and to bring that time with our loved ones. And I think that there isn't something that is more important than that. So like, yeah, great holiday spirit.
I absolutely agree with that. I really love that, like you said, it is more than one day. It is a whole period of time. And as Grant mentioned, it doesn't just end with Christmas or with Hanukkah ending, it goes for a period of time after that until we get into the new year. So we have the
Mm.
opportunity to do some really cool things. And I want you all to be thinking in our comments right now, what is one really just nice, kind, lovely thing that you can do without a lot of planning during this holiday season to warm someone else's day? Let us know down in the comments. Give us some ideas. Candy had that great idea of wearing a Santa hat and smiling at people and having those conversations. So let us know, what is one easy, simple thing that we can do just to brighten someone's day and warm their spirits just a little bit. Now, Daniel, I want to get into chatting just a little bit about Be Live because
Yes.
we are here to celebrate the end of the year. We want to make sure we're having a great party as we are celebrating Be Live. And I know at the top of the show, you talked a little bit about what we did this year with Be Live. So I want to talk to you as our CEO and fearless leader. What are some really cool things that you've experienced with Be Live this year?
I think that's something that like our audience was waiting for, and Nico already was mentioning it. It's actually like the team features that allowing people to actually like to connect together and to delegate some of like the responsibilities between like teammates. And for sure, it's like the first approach that we have for teams, and we will keep like adding more features into this concept. In general, yeah, we're looking to save you time, and if you have the ability and if you have like a PA or somebody that can actually assist you or a team, so then it's way more easier, and you don't need to share your credentials for doing live streams, for managing it, to prepare like the studio and everything else. So I think that like for a huge group of our users, it's actually something that is really productive and helping them in the daily basis. I mean, to generate the live shows. So that's for sure a really great feature, and something that will help us to help our users to simplify and to keep simplifying our platform for them. So that's I think like the first one. And the second one, I think that in the last like quarter or two, we actually made lots of like small changes when it comes to like the UI and UX, like the profile page, the broadcast page, like pages that we were actually not taking care about them for a long time. And in the last like quarters, we were actually starting to get back to that and to improve what we have currently and to add like some new mechanisms there. So I think, and based on like the feedback that we have, it seems to be something that helping and improving the experience for our users. So I hope that like that will be something that actually like satisfying our users. And when it comes to like the next year, right now we're actually in a moment that we need to take the decision actually about like what will be like the main initiative for like 2024. As I was like sharing previously, yeah, it will be around like the Gen AI. How, what exactly? I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I do suggesting to anybody is that like care about those topics, care about like Gen AI in general. Yeah, to keep tracking what we are doing, and you will be surprised soon to see some new innovations that we are bringing. Um, you know what? Even sooner than can expected. Let's say. So if we have anybody right now that joining our stream or listening to our stream and looking to be familiar with our new initiative, or will be looking to test our new initiative, as I mentioned, and at the beginning, I'm promising that it's not connected to Be.Live in any way, but it's a creative and great experience. So if you please let us know, and once we will launch it, we will let you know, and we'll ask for your feedback. And Cam and Grant, be sure that you'll be the first one to get the link. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so excited that I am here because I absolutely volunteer myself to
Yep.
be testing this out. I'm such a huge fan of AI and how we can legally, ethically, and creatively be using it as entrepreneurs. And so the fact that we're leaning heavily into this with Be.Live, a company we know, we trust, we love, we've seen the innovative work from, I'm so excited to see what you're going to do. And I'm hoping that maybe Grant and I can get a little sneak peek off air
Yeah.
later on.
Yeah.
I'm just going to throw that out there because I'm the host and I can do that. And so we're excited to see what's coming, especially knowing that it's coming quickly. We've got Anthony, who is in our comments saying that he loves the branding of Be.Live and loves that it is so simple and so easy to use that even lazy people who don't want to put a ton of time and effort into it can be using this platform to create really cool things. And Grant, I want to talk to you because you and I use Be.Live all of the time. This is what we do quite often and for our living. So, talk to me a little bit about what you've used it for this year, what you've been excited about in 2023, and what you're looking forward to in 2024.
I mean, it's weird. It kind of evolved, and now and now I use it for a project that I've just started in my local community. So I have a show called Hood Show Live. So it's me just kind of talking about the positives in the local town. I have other people involved in that now, and again, with having teams, that helps me kind of divvy out some of that work. I use it for interviewing colleagues that are in the same niche as me. This alone has helped elevate my profile so much. I like collaboration with other streamers and other speakers is the best way of growing your business. And so for me, it's been, I have my Amazon Live stuff that I do. I have my show that I do where I interview other hypnotists. I have a show where I help wedding businesses help promote their business by going live. It's literally, it started off as something to do in the pandemic and has now become a major part of my business model now. But I absolutely love it. It's like generating income and having fun at the same time. And I love when the new elements come in. There's playing around and making sure this looks right and setting up different graphics and it's the fun of creating something that looks like a professional production that's simple. So, I have benefited from Be.Live making me look good.
That is the key takeaway, though. Be.Live really does make us look good, no matter
Mm.
how much effort or how little, as Anthony pointed out, effort we are wanting to put into this. I think one of my favorite features in Be.Live this year has been the fact that now we can, as always, stream horizontal, but we can also stream vertical.
Yeah.
And I'm so thrilled. If you haven't been paying attention this week, Instagram has now rolled out the ability to get our
Yep.
stream key so that we can stream using Be.Live on Instagram. So we now have the ability to screen share, to have guests, to have overlays and custom branding, to use our moving backgrounds and to show our screens, which I'm so excited about as somebody who likes to Photoshop and educate people on how to do things. That's going to be a game changer for me because now I can stream to my audience on Instagram. And that is a brand new feature that launched this week from Instagram. If you haven't tried it yet, now is absolutely the time, especially with the holidays coming up. Throw yourself a holiday party. Get your people in and have those conversations just like we're doing here. A nice little fireside chat. Have some guests on. Show off what you're doing inside of your business. It's a great way to wrap up your year. We're getting lots of people with suggestions for new features for what they love inside of the Be.Live platform. Candy is shouting out the Be.Live team. As always, they are so wonderful about the work that they do. And she wants to know, Daniel, do you and the team ever sleep?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Of course. In the very first year, no. It was actually, I think that like, yeah, let's take this question as a serious one. So I will tell you. At the beginning, once you're starting to be entrepreneur and actually a CEO, in your first business, I think that you are thinking that like we have to push it no matter what. We have to push it, we have to work. It's taking 12 hours, 15 hours, 16 hours, 20 hours. We will do that. We were young and beautiful. It was like yeah, it was like 8 years ago or so. And then I mean, you're starting with your co-founders actually. So for you and for your co-founder, I think that like you can push the barriers and you can push like the limits, and not sleeping and sleeping for 4 hours in the night, 5 hours in the night for a couple of weeks, and you need to launch and you have like lots of things that pushing you. Yeah, that's the regular story. But then once like team is joining you, you have to take a pause. You have to understand that like life balancing, it's not just a phrase. It's not just a subject for really great books and really great podcasts. It's actually a matter of life. It's actually a matter of like keeping your motivation as high as it should be. Because it's clearly that if like you are not sleeping, and let's connect it to the other topic, if you're not sleeping and if you're not like sharing your time with your loved ones, you won't be able to keep doing it. I mean, it will affect dramatically your productivity, your motivation, and in general, the reason for waking up in the morning and getting out of your bed. So like, it's really good to work hard, but it's better even to understand what's your limits and to work by that. So, Candy, thank you so much for a really great question.
Well, and that actually brings me to another point, Daniel. When it comes to creating a business and running a business and implementing all these great things for us to use, I know that you've had to come across some challenges in working with Be.Live. So, what challenges this year have Be.Live come across, and how did the team overcome them?
So let's agree that when it comes to like live streaming, there are many, many, many challenges. I mean, we have so many technologies that involve here, that for like the majority of time, it's really easy to forget about it, and to count that things are just working for us. We're connecting our camera, we're pressing the button, we're going live, but boom. So easy, right? So easy in a matter of the technology, the product, everything. Yeah, really really easy, but it's not. It's actually like involving so many providers, so many lines of code, so many like servers during like the way, and it's actually magic that things are working. So it's not the opposite. It's not that it's a magic when something is not. It's actually magic when every time something is actually working. And just sharing like an insight from like the industry. In the industry of like live streaming, we have many providers, providers that can actually like support the platforms, and providing like the servers or whatever you need. One of the biggest providers in the live streaming area called Twilio. I guess that some of our audience familiar with Twilio from the SMS, some of them familiar with it from the video. But the story is that Twilio is one of like the biggest providers in the live streaming industry. Okay, they're providing like the ability to do live streaming like we're doing right now for different companies. And a week ago, they actually told the world that they are sunsetting the video ability, and the ability to keep using them for a video. Why? Back to a question, because it's so challenging. It's so challenging, and they need to keep like the level of support, and the level of techniques and all the things that you need for operating such a business. That Twilio took the decision actually to move on, to close, like to sunsetting the video product and to move on. It's a public company, so you can read whatever you want about them and to be familiar. But basically, they're saying that after the pandemic, it doesn't make any sense to keep running such a segment in your business. So back to the question, it's really hard. It's really hard to do live streams. I think that those days in 2024, people are counting it as the most easiest things that somebody can do. But for us, it's still challenging. Still challenging to take care about that, to take care about thousands of users that going live. So yeah, I answer your question. Maybe yes.
Yeah, no, there's so many challenges and so many things to overcome. And the Be Live team does so well at navigating everything that has been thrown at them. Every time there's a tech glitch, every time a social media app doesn't work properly or connect properly, every time something comes your way, I have watched the Be Live team navigate it with grace for years. And Candy is actually in our comments saying that she feels like the support people at Be Live know her personally. She may not be sure if that's a good or a bad thing, but Candy, I will tell you, it is the best thing. Every time I am in chat support, I get the best interactions. They
Mhm.
treat me as if I am family, as if I am part of the team. They know my name, they know what's been going on in the past. They are hyper aware of everything connected to me, my business, how I'm streaming, and how I'm interacting with Be Live. So I can say with my full chest that the Be Live team is the best support team out there. I work with so many tech companies, and Be
Yeah.
Live is by far superior in the way that they help us, in the way they interact with us, the way that they engage with us, and the way they prioritize us as well. Grant, you want to sound off on the Be Live team?
Oh, do you know, it's just it's reassuring when you go live and something doesn't quite go the way that you think it's going to go, to know that the support is there, and they have got me out of a hole many times. And like you said, they do it with grace. You know, you don't feel like you're talking to tech support. You feel like you're talking to a friend, and that it is just amazing. I would probably say the support is the best that I've ever experienced in any kind of tech company. They are just spot on. And sometimes it's operator error. More times than not, it's operator error. But those guys kind of go, try this, job done and fixed. And when you're going live, that's exactly what you need to do. Yeah.
It's so important. It's so important, and I think it's the right moment to shout out to Julie and to the entire support team for like everyone that actually like spending their mornings, their nights with one purpose actually to support our users and to make sure that once they're getting live or before they will have like the best experience that we can provide. And if we were not being able to provide like the best service, we will provide it with our support team and we'll take care about it and we'll fix the issue that you have or may have. And yeah, I think that like our support team is one of like the most fundamental things that we have in Be.Live. We can compare it even to the kind of technology I think that we are using. And from the very first moment, it was really important for us to make sure that we have 24/7 support team. And I will mention that at the beginning it was actually a challenge because at the first year in Be.Live, it was a free beta, of course, and of course that supporting for 24/7 it's something that costly. And after it, for sure, once like the user base is growing, you need to actually like increase the number of supporters based on that. So like it's a challenge on it's something that you need to put your eyes like close always. And we had the luck actually. We had the luck because always our like support managers were like the most magical people that we can find. I mean, like we were starting with Lera. She was like the first support manager, and she was rocking like all over the place. And actually, Julie was one of the first supporters in Be.Live in Lera team. And yeah, and then she go to add to have her own team and to manage the entire support team. And I think that everything is starting by the culture and by explaining our teammates that our users are actually the most important things that our business has. Um, and if they're speaking with our support team right now, it means that something was happening to them. It's not because they're boring. It's not because they wake up in the morning and they don't have somebody to wish Merry Christmas and they're pinging our support team to speak with or something like. Once somebody is speaking with our support team, is actually looking to get answers. Is looking to get fixed. Is looking to is looking to fix something. So for sure that we'll be there. We'll bring like the best level of support that we can. And I'm just hoping and we'll make sure that we'll always be able to bring this level of support.
I think the three keywords that I would use to describe Be.Live support is respect, kindness, and helpfulness. They are so good at going above and beyond. Candy's in our comments saying that they go so far above and beyond to find solutions. They don't make you wait to eventually get something that they eventually put out. They will work as hard as possible to make sure they're fixing whatever
Yeah.
issue it is. And if it is, as Grant mentioned, user error, they're so kind and respectful about it. They don't ever make you feel like you're in the wrong or like you did something that didn't work. They make you feel like you are part of the team and that they are there to help alongside of you to get that solution. So we are loving on the Be.Live support team. Jump into our comments and let us know your messages. We will pass them along to the support team to make sure that they are going to know just how much we love them this holiday season as well. And I want to change gears just a little bit. So if you guys have questions, now is the time. We're going to have an open Q&A at the end of today's show. So now is the time to drop your questions into our comments. But I want to talk a little bit more about some of the advances that we have had in technology, specifically in artificial intelligence. So we talked a little bit about that earlier, but I am a huge fan of AI, and I know it's coming even stronger to Be.Live in 2024. So, Daniel, can you tell us a little bit more about some of the advances that we've made this year and what we're looking at next year?
What's up, Cam? How are you? Multitasking, guys. I had a call. I had a call. It's not just my mouse is moving. I had a call. Sorry. Cam, can you repeat the question, please?
Absolutely. We're talking all about artificial intelligence and the advances we're making in the technology behind that AI. So, can you tell us a
Yes.
little bit more about what we've done and what we're looking to do?
Right. So let's start with asking our audience if they are interested around that, or what actually are the most interesting platforms or abilities that they learn about, like Gen AI. And let's start from the beginning, right? So I think that one thing that it's crucial to understand when it comes to Gen AI, you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yes. Too many tabs. So when it comes to Gen AI, one thing that we have to remember, that it's other than being like a buzzword, it means like how it actually can help us or supporting us in our daily basis. So we have two parts of Gen AI. We have the entertainment part. So yeah, the ability to generate videos or images or audio based on like text to image, text to video, text to whatever, the ability to generate them. And we have Anthony that mentioning Runway. So Runway doing incredible work, incredible one when it comes to like text to video. The Gen 2 engine that they have is one of like the greatest one. Mid Journey, of course. Mid Journey, I think that like, and sorry for saying it, but maybe I can just say that Mid Journey, it's a little bit more, it's a little bit like Be.Live. Why? Because Mid Journey, what they were actually looking to do is actually to improve the user experience when it comes to like using this text to image, right? So we are familiar with, I guess that we're familiar with SD, Stable Diffusion, Stable Diffusion XL, and all the other models. So when it comes to user experience, when it comes to SD and all the other models, really not the most easiest way to use them. In Midjourney, actually, the guys that using it familiar that the entire interface is actually Discord. We're using Discord for generating images, and it's not just using Discord. We are actually able to watch all the creation that other users were doing. So it's really important because it's bring us, I guess, some inspiration. We can see what other people are working on right now, and basically to get some inspiration out of it. And when it comes to like text to images, it's really helpful because we can see some prompt, and then to understand that, oh, what if we will be able to change this prompt a little bit and bringing like a better results or something like. So Mid Journey, it's one of the greatest, of course, and Runway. I'm not sure that you guys were able to use, but there is Pika Art, Pika.art. There is a waiting list, so join the waiting list. They're able to create like um, text to video in a really beautiful way, and to change actually like video frames. So watch Picard, they're doing really cool things. and sooner or later we will launch our project, and then you will be able to see what we are doing. And because it's the time for another teaser, I will share that we will launch it before Christmas. So yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Wow, that was a massive reveal. If you are excited, get into the comments. Give me the words that I do not have myself because I am so shocked by this news. We want to know so much more about this, and I guess it's coming very quickly. We don't have to wait that long to learn just a little bit more about what is coming out. We've got some really great suggestions in our comments about other AIs that we can be implementing into how we're running our businesses and how we're running our lives. Nick is shouting out Descript. I'm a huge fan of Descript. You're able to do a lot with your video productions, especially with your replays of your live streams. If you misspoke or you paused to take a breath, like I just did, you can actually edit those things out and then put that footage up on YouTube to be using. You can divide things into different segments for your social media. And so I'm a huge fan of using Descript with my video production and with my live streaming. Grant, how about you? How are you using AI?
Yeah, a bit of Descript, but I must admit, I do love ChatGPT. I love really kind of digging deep, finding those prompts, and like what they've done now with where you can create your own kind of your own ChatGPT. That's really great. But yeah, it's transformed my workflow now. So, for setting outlines, for getting ideas for scripts, but then for also going back and getting it to transcribe previous lives that I've done and then creating descriptions and titles and working on that way. It is unbelievable, and it's just getting better. I've tried to almost train mine to speak in Grant style, so by feeding it various different YouTube videos and various texts that I've already done, I think I've dumbed my ChatGPT down.
I love that. Nick says he's incredibly excited for this upcoming reveal from Be.Live in just a few days.
Mm.
Candy has also put out the suggestion of getting step by step videos on how to use this new program, this new feature, these new abilities. And so, Candy will put in that request for you. Daniel, can we be looking forward to things like step by step videos?
Yeah, a second. Before people are starting to think that it's connected to. So as I was clarifying previously, it's not connected to Be.Live in any way right now, and we may connect it someday. And specifically, it's in the area of entertainment. So it will be entertainment using Gen AI, and it will be launched till Christmas. That's all we share till this moment, and maybe in the upcoming 19 minutes we'll share more about that. Um, Maybe. Okay.
I'm excited. If you want to learn a little bit more, now might be a good time to make a little push in our comments. Daniel
Mm.
might
Maybe.
be willing to share just a tiny bit more if we really lean in. So while I can't push too much because I'm on screen, you can go ahead and do it for us.
Candy,
Peer,
I
Daniel,
peer
know that
pressure.
you're looking to see it connected to Be Live, and for sure that's something that we are looking to do. But first of all, you will try the concept, and then I guess that we'll hear from our users how we will be able to integrate it. And if so yeah, that will be something that we will explore together in the upcoming few months, I guess. But yeah, you can count that we are yeah, it will be great one.
that is so good to know. We've got a lot of great guesses coming into our chats. Keep it up, guys. And Daniel, I want to talk just a little bit more because we are leaning into the future of what we are working on here. So let's talk about some long term goals for Be.Live. What is the Be.Live team looking at for the coming year, coming years?
So as I was mentioning previously, the last year was actually a really challenging year for many business owners, and that's something that we learn during conversations with our users, during reading news, watching many other indicators that were sharing the same story. So I do believe that in 2024, one of the areas that we will wants to actually make them stronger is those areas, the areas of managing a business, being an influencer, how to start doing live shows, everything that actually a little bit of getting back to our roots. Because in the last few years, I think that it was pretty easy to forget the purpose and just keep doing that, right? As many other things that we are doing in life, we're starting something, and then we will keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. So like the question of like the purpose, the goals for our users, actually by doing those live streams, those will be like the areas that we will focus around, and we'll make sure that we are able, first of all, to help you to measure your results, and then of course to improve the results. And we hope that by doing that, it's like it's a small support that we can bring you, that in the end of the day we hope that will turn to be a bigger support for your business. So that's the outcomes that we are aiming to have. Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit because we are touching on the fact that you are paying attention to what your community needs and you're aligning yourself and what we're doing inside of Be.Live with what the community needs. So, because you have your finger on the pulse of what all of us are working with right now, what are you seeing as big needs for the community that Be.Live is hoping to fill in the future?
It's a really great question. I think that we cover like 99% of like those requests during the year, and that's why I was mentioning that actually 2024, one of the things that I'm looking to lead is actually getting back to our roots. So it's a little bit of like I don't want to say not moving forward, but like in a matter of like how we were like moving forward in the last years. I think that right now any influencer that looking to start or to keep or whatever have all the toolbox that he wants in our studio. Anything else, sorry for saying it, but anything else, it's it's great to have, but nothing that will change dramatically the results of your live stream. So everything that connected to how to prepare yourself to the live stream, that will be the areas that I will want to keep pushing, and to push forward those areas, and not how I'm presenting on screen and what visual effects we can add, and what kind of animations we want to add, and what kind of filters we can add. It's really great to have them, but right now we will get back to the most fundamental thing when it comes to live stream. And sorry, but it's not the graphic overlays that you have on your stream. It's not the backgrounds that you have. It's not the framing. It's not the overlays. It's actually you. That's all. And people are a lot of time missing it, and just like buying the most expensive like background removal, and then bringing somebody to brush to make like the most powerful like painting on the wall, and then they're buying like the Logitech, I don't know, C1009, I don't know, like killing like all the setup of like the most expensive ones that they can, but then the results doesn't make sense for them, and then they're stopping and they're saying that live streaming is not working anymore. But by fact, live streaming is still working, and live streaming is working, and people are actually selling, collecting leads, engaging, using like live streaming in so many different methods. So of course that you cannot like always count that like, yeah, we'll do the live stream and everything will sort out, everything will be fixed by that live stream or not. So long story short, I think that like if we need to have like headline out of like everything that we spoke about, people need to prepare themselves better before pushing the live button. It's not just about the Be.Live servers that need to be prepared. It's actually about you that should be prepared before you are pressing the button.
Well, and that's a very good point. Grant, it is so important for us to be ready to live stream, and you are one of the best live streamers out there. So while we're here, can you give us some of your tips and tricks for preparing yourself before you go live?
A second, Nick is killing in the chat. We need to show his comment on screen because it's like one of the best that we got.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Nick.
Yeah, I think exactly that preparation is absolute key. But I think be comfortable in who you are when you come to that point to go live, because stuff does go wrong. Lights do switch off, cameras can have fault, all of these that can happen. If you're not confident or comfortable in your own skin when that happens, it throws you completely off your game. If you kind of go, the fundamental thing for me for my live stream is my personality. If something goes wrong, I'll bring that around, and that's fine. Your audience buys into that and loves it. I also think make it as easy as you can to stream, have an area set up, make sure your stuff's 80% there ready to go, and then drop in the different things. Don't do like I do and start rummaging around to find a Christmas tree just before you go live, nearly falling over and all that stuff. But make sure you've got that area so there's no barriers between you and then pressing going live. But yeah, just be yourself, bring the energy and just have as much fun as you can with it.
I love that. And we've got some really good questions going on, or at least commentary going on in our chat section about Amazon influencers and using our ability to show those products on screen. And Grant, I know you spend a lot of time on Amazon live streaming. So can you tell us a little bit about your experience and give us your top 3 tips for people who are getting into that space?
I think the most important thing, and I think this goes across any type of business as well, start and then, be consistent with it. It's easy to kind of get a couple of results at the beginning and then you don't get the results that the millions of dollars that you see YouTubers doing. It doesn't come automatically for free for nothing. There is no free money out there. So start, be consistent, and you will do really well. The problem I find is a lot of people don't get the results that they want and then quit and then go on to the next new thing and then the next new thing and the next new thing. Amazon Live it's such a great way of, one, monetizing your live streaming and building an audience as well. And so I have a couple of shows I do in there, some that are dedicated just for selling products, but others, I have other live streams that I do that I then incorporate my Amazon Live into that as well. So my Amazon Live is just going on in the background and again, generating revenue and bringing eyeballs to my personal brand as well. So yeah, consistency, stick to it. It's one of the biggest platforms in the world when it comes to online sales. Live sales is still in its infancy. It's going to be massive. And so if you're consistent with it now, you're going to reap those rewards in the future. And again, you're getting new eyeballs that you can then send them over to your Facebook, your Instagram, anywhere else you want to send them as well.
And I think the really cool thing about this is because the social platforms are expanding, we now have the ability to do live sales on those other platforms as well. It's not just Amazon. You're able to do this on TikTok. We are now seeing the ability to start doing this over on Instagram. And now that we have the ability to stream vertically, that's going to work really well for us. So, starting now, learning what's going to work for you on Amazon, which is a platform that's going to allow you to get a lot of money. You're going to do really well on Amazon. People are there to shop. Will hone your skills so that you can do it then on the other social platforms as well and integrate that into what you're doing on your social media. So if you've got questions on being an Amazon influencer, go ahead and drop those now. We're wrapping up in the next couple of minutes, but we want to make sure we're answering your questions. So if you want to talk Be.Live, if you want to talk the holidays, if you want to talk about Amazon influencing, now is your opportunity. This is our final stream of the year. So we are wrapping everything up before all these really big, exciting announcements that we had all those great hints dropped for today. This is your moment to let us know what we should be chatting about at the end of today's episode. Now, I want to switch gears back just a little bit to the holiday side of things because as we're wrapping up, we are right in the middle of the holiday season. We celebrated Hanukkah, Christmas is coming up. We've got a lot of things going on. So get in our comments and let us know how you are celebrating this year. And Grant, I want to talk to you about one thing that you're really looking forward to this year. Is it the food? Is it the fun? Is it the Christmas tree that you managed to get up on time? Let us know what you're looking forward to.
What am I looking forward to most? Do you know what? It is reconnecting with my brother over in Manchester. He's had some health issues this year, and so going over to sit with him and have a real conversation. And it is just actually spending a bit of time away from the hustle and the grind. And so I'm really looking forward to that.
And Daniel, how about you? You've had your big celebration, but now you have until the end of the year. What are you looking forward most between now and the new year?
Wow. I don't know. It's a really
Are
good.
you going to get a break? Let me ask you that. Are you going to take a little bit of time to relax and just have a moment to yourself?
Not sure. not sure at all. But I hope so. I hope, but still have the hopes that I will be able to do that and to take those moments. I think that I would wish the whole world to be a better and safer place in 2024.
Mm,
I will wish people to calm down. I will wish yeah, I wish us all to have the spirit that Grant was speaking about at the beginning of our conversation when it comes to the holiday spirit of people are more positive to each other and in general. So I'll wish ourselves to have this spirit for the entire year and not just for those few days before the end of year. So yeah, let's have a better place.
I love that.
yeah.
And Grant, what are your holiday wishes for our viewing audience right now?
Um, I wish everyone the confidence to get online, to go live. Like Daniel says, businesses in 2024, have lots of challenges. Going live is one of the best things you can do for either your personal brand or your business. So I wish everybody kind of finds that confidence to be brave, to put themselves out there, to be vulnerable online, and to really help them showcase their businesses and their personal brand.
Oh, that was beautifully said. And so, in relation to both of these things, my wish for all of you is community. I hope that
Mm,
you have the best, strongest community to cheer you on, to call you out when you can do things better, to be able to be there to support you and to be there to celebrate and to remorse with you and to just have the best conversations that help you to grow in the space that you are in, both personally and professionally in the coming year. I hope that we all just have the best time with our friends, with our family, as we're celebrating, as we're doing all these things, and then building up that group of people around us to push us forward into the coming years. And we've got lots of great comments coming in into our chat. We want to make sure that we are here for you throughout the coming year. So, as we're wrapping up today, we're going to let Daniel give us his final thoughts on what is coming in the future year and what has happened in this year. So, Daniel, final thoughts for us.
Wow. Okay, final thoughts. So yeah, I hope that 2024 we won't need to have any kind of surprises, not pandemic one, not any other surprises. I hope that we'll be able to decrease the interest, and I hope that yeah, we will see how the financial situation is getting better, and getting yeah, getting better, and to see that things are more stable, and they are right now or in the last few years or so. And yeah, I would wish us all to be able to get deeper to ourselves and to see what are the issues maybe that we are suffering from, and to be able to fix them. Yeah, so I think that if I need to frame it, I think that maybe it will be around the inner, and around ourselves, and how we will be able, to prepare ourselves better for the upcoming opportunities and challenges that we'll have in 2024. And maybe the only thing that we learned during the last few years, that making sure that we are not planning too much, because for sure something can ruin those plans. So yeah, balance. You know what, take one word: balance. To be able to always find the right balance.
I love that. And we are wishing all of you community and balance and confidence and just a kind heartedness as we go into the rest of the holiday season. We have talked today all about the fabulous things that Be.Live has done this year and throughout the history of Be.Live. We're chatting a little bit about some really cool things that are coming in the next year. Daniel has dropped some hints on a really cool new project that I get to find out more about as soon as we go off air. I'm really excited for this one. And we are going to be seeing whatever this is in just a few days before Christmas. So leave your love in the comments down below. Leave your guesses. We want to know what you think this might be, and follow along for more. Be.Live is coming back in the new year with more episodes as we continue to help you learn how to grow in your business, in your live streaming, with your community building, with your confidence. And we have more great guests coming to educate you, to speak with you, and to form that community and conversation with you as well. We love each and every one of you, and thank you so much for all of the great comments, the hearts, the love, the hugs, the likes that you are sending to us right now. Make sure you are sharing the restream of this episode to all of your friends, and stay tuned as more things are coming in the upcoming year. Before we let you go, Grant, where can everybody find you?
You can find me anywhere and everywhere. Find me on Amazon Live, Facebook, Instagram. At Comedy Hypnotist, at Grant Saunders, and obviously on Be.Live.
And Daniel, everyone can find you here on Be.Live to reach out to you to
Right.
have those wonderful conversations. Anywhere else we should drop for you?
Right, you can reach me out just like I'm Daniel at B.Live. Yeah, send me an email. Catch me in Facebook or wherever you want. I would love to connect. Cam, thank you so much for the great show. Grant, it's always a pleasure to join you. I was missing you a lot, so thank you for such a great opportunity. And to all of our great audience, thank you so much for watching and bringing like the great comments. And wishing everybody to have a great one. Thank you so much.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays.